So the topic we are going to cover today is excretion. So what do you think excretion is, or the elimination of products is? For that we need to understand what is metabolism and what is homeostasis in context of excretion and osmoregulation. How the metabolism is related to excretion. But before that, guys, we need to uh, clear up some confusions that might uh, change your uh, way of perception towards biology, and see that how this thing works and how things are different in biology, and every definition is different, and you cannot uh, use same definitions or same words as it is, because they have different meanings. So first of all, let us understand three big terms, and from this day you guys have to be very skeptical about these terms, and you need to differentiate them. So let's learn these three terms. So what are these three terms? So these three terms are, first of all, digestion, second of all is excretion, and third of all is the defecation. First, let us understand about the digestion. What is exactly the digestion? In digestion, your body uptakes a food, right? That food needs to be broke down into more fragments so that body can absorb the the whatever the body needs from that food, that body can absorb, or the cells can absorb. For example, the this is food which is complex in nature, right? Food which is complex in nature, and after the digestion, the process of digestion, we get its simpler form. Let's say glucose. Glucose is a very simpler form, so we get a simpler form. So what definition we can make is, through a process of breakdown, we get simpler forms of our food, or our food is breakdown and we get some simpler forms, and that is nothing but digestion. At this level, this is enough to understand what is digestion. And from the food or the glucose or the breakdown stuff, what we do is, from this stuff we again break down it and form ATP, respiration, and those things go again in detail. But what you need to know in the first lecture is digestion. Okay, now digestion is very easily understandable. That what is digestion? It's nothing but the breakdown of food so that our body can absorb it very well. That is nothing but digestion. Now let us understand about the third term, which we called the defecation. Defecation is nothing but removal of undigested food. That means when we go through our digestion process, there is amount of food which was not even digested, and that not digested food has no role in our body. It will accumulate and create problems. So that accumulated or undigested food needs to be removed, and that is defecation, which means defecation, feces, right? And D is removal. So feces को remove करना है, so that is defecation. We have to remove the feces, and that is nothing but undigested food. Clear? This is called defecation, and from this defecation we get excreta. So remember guys, we get excreta from it, but that does not associate this process with the process of excretion. That process is entirely a different ball of game. Excretion is not associated with defecation and not even with the digestion in a very broader aspect. So that's why I'm telling you guys, you need to be clear in your minds that these things are not very well associated with each other. These are very different big terms that you need to clear up in your minds and be very sure about these definitions. So defecation is what? Removal of feces or removal of undigested food. Now, what the hell is excretion? So excretion is nothing but removal of metabolic wastes. Metabolic wastes. But where do these metabolic waste come from? These metabolic waste come from any metabolic reaction occurring in our cells, and every metabolic reaction occurring in our cell do have their metabolic wastes, and those metabolic wastes needs to be removed from our body. And now these metabolic wastes can be in the form of a nitrogenous waste or any other kind of waste, and mainly we study the nitrogenous waste, which can be ammonia, which can be urea, or which can be a uric acid too. And in upcoming lectures we will cover these things. So it is quite differentiated now how these three things are very much different from each other, right? So for this lecture, this is what we presented towards you, that you need to clear your basics first. Before starting chapter, do clear your basics, that these three things, which is digestion, defecation, and excretion, are totally different terms, and you need to be very much clear in your life from today on that these three things will be absolutely different from each other. The reason I'm repeating it is because this is the truth. Many people do associate or equalize these two terms, or even there are many people things many people think that these three terms are very interusable or interchangeable, but that's not the case, man. इन सभी टर्म्स पे एक अलग अलग ब्रांचेस बने हुए हैं और तुम इसको एक समान नहीं मान सकते. So that's all for today. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. This is the first video of our channel. We will be again with very much greater videos with with a lot of fun. Thank you.
सिवा कोई बात नहीं, आंखों में तेरा